Alright, welcome to episode 9 of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. We're here in Morrigan's hut. We've been rescued from the Battle of Ostagar by her and her mother. Other than that, we really don't know what's going on. I can't unlock that because I have no key. Alrighty then. Let's head outside. There's Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not, thanks to Morrigan's mother.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land is hardly united thanks to Loghain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
What is this archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
What could the Terran hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Arl Aemon, the Arl of Redcliffe? That's like the equivalent of an Earl, I guess, is an Arl. Just like Sir is Sir.
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
That's right. I think Merrick married Aemon's sister. So he's not related by blood to the king, which is why he's not the heir. Just by marriage. Surely there are other allies we could call on.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens
That's
can
right.
demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you could offer any more help?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I guess having another mage could be useful, so that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, Consider this repayment for your lives.
Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
She's just going to stay here alone?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Then you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
I should hope not. Tell me about this village.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Loghain. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go there then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How we get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
And me as well. I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped farther into the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alright, so we have a new quest. A couple new quests, actually. So we'll let them all finish popping up on my screen, and we'll check them out. Anything here in the swamp we can get that might be useful? Not really. Alright, let's take a look at our mission log then. So, from the Kakari Wilds, we still have that letter for Jeddah in Redcliffe. For the Blight, we have to see the Arl of Redcliffe. We need to gain the aid of Orzammar, the Dwarven city. We have to find the wandering Dalish elves in the woods to the east. And Broken Circle, we have to enlist the help of the Tower of Mages, which I've been to before. So those are kind of the four big main quests in the game, and you can do them in any order you want to. Not sure which we'll do first yet, but either way, it's advised to go to Loghain first, because you can pick up some more useful things there. As for premium content, this we should do fairly early on, and these two aren't even really content, they're just like bonus things. Alright, let's level up though. I'm going to put a couple more points into magic. And, oh, another skill point. We can't do improved coercion. Actually, you can't even do that at all until you have more cunning. So we might have to put a couple points into cunning eventually then. Combat training could be nice. Herbalism could be nice. Let's go with combat training, because that actually affects combat. It prevents an enemy from being able to interrupt your spellcasting very easily. Alright, as for spells, I think I'm probably going to go with Stone Fist, although we also can get the Mass Rejuvenation now. So some of these you need up to 34 magic to get, which isn't a terribly high amount. Oh, even 36. Death Hex is the highest, it looks like. So maybe we'll get to... we don't even really need that much, because I probably won't be getting Death Hex. Maybe we'll get to like 33 or 34. And then we'll start putting points in willpower. For now, though, I'm going to grab Stone Fist, because that makes a combo between Cone of Cold and Stone Fist, which I'll show you next time we're in combat. Alistair gets to level up too. I'll put his points in Constitution as well. And he can get, I guess we'll give him Master Combat Training. Actually, I should be putting more combat tactics into the individual characters, it seems, because that's how the slots work. I don't really need as many on my main, because I'll be controlling him most often. We'll give him the combat one for now. As for a second tier ability, I guess Shield Defense would be good. Makes him more of a defender. Yeah, alright, let's do that. And here we go, off into the wilds. Gather your party and venture forth, yes. That is reference to KOTOR, where it always said, you must gather your party before venturing forth, which is really annoying, because sometimes your companions will get stuck places and wouldn't easily follow you. Alright, so you actually can't go to any of the other areas in the game right away. Here's Redcliffe, both the village and the castle along the lake. And the Circle Tower to the north, along with the docks, which you need to go to first to get to the tower. There's Soldier's Pass, which is where one of the DLC begins. That's why it's yellow, I think. The Frostback Mountains, which are the... that's where Orzammar is, the Dwarven city. The Bristolian outskirts, the edge of the Bristolian forest, which is where the Dalish elves live. Loghain, which is where we'll be going. And Denerim, which is the capital city. Well, pretty much. It's the largest city and main port, and the location of the royal palace, so... they don't call it the capital city, but that's what it is. And there's our camp, which is just wherever you are right now. There's also Flemeth's hut, Ostagar, and the Kakari Wilds, but I don't think you can actually get to any of them except the actual hut. At least not right now. So, without any further ado, let's head to Loghain. There's your footprints. That's kind of cool. While the game's loading. There she is. Nice little town. Oh, this is in,
And I expect
capital.
each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Scandal.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
And that's the queen up there.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Seems there's some dissent among the nobles.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
Uh-huh. Let's see. So you can just do it. You can say you don't have that kind of coin. I'm going to say you should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
He seemed bright. Yeah, they're not toll collectors. This money's not going to anyone but themselves. Forget it, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
So you can intimidate them, which I guess is based on your persuade skill. You say, do you really want to fight a Grey Warden? I don't know if it's good to advertise my presence as a Grey Warden, though. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I
We
hear.
did not.
Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
Uh-oh.
But are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
You can say, actually, let's add Bandit's Lane to that list. I'm going to use Persuade, though, and say, the Grey Wardens could use a donation.
You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
Alright, an excellent donation, thank you.
Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Loghain and all that.
That is pretty cool. You can turn the situation entirely around. They killed a Templar by the looks of it. Dead Templar. A Knight's Locket and a note. Huh. Alright, so even though we did get them to stop attacking us. They're still here preying on the refugees, so hopefully we can find some way to put a stop to that. Oh, I guess they don't want us taking their stuff. That's kind of cool. Alright. And see if I use this. Oh, did it not work? Oh, that's the wrong ability. There we go. See, it shatters them, which is one of the combos. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health at all. I'm not sure what her abilities are, what they do. She does have Winter's Crest, though. That one I know. Oh, crap. Are we actually going to lose this? I hope not. Alright, what does she have? I should probably look. Lightning, Mind Blast. Too bad there's no red. She can turn into a spider. She can drain life. Alright, this is bad. I need to have some kind of CC. Let's try this. Mind Blast. Okay, it stunned them at least. Can I don't know if Shock probably does more damage. Let's try that. Not a ton more though. Jeez, this is bad. Wonder what happens if I run away. Can I kite them down the hill? Will they evade, or will the villagers help me maybe? I might have to try it. Let's try Drain Life now. Get it.
You cannot.
Alright. Horror. That could be good. But first I think I'm going to use a health potion. I'm going to use a full health potion because I don't want to die. I was not paying any attention at all to my other character's health, unfortunately.
Win.
There we go. Now she's filled. She's full health. What does this do? Alright, let's use horror first. There we go. Now that he's... I'm out of mana though. I want to put some space in between me and him. She says that she's the one running. Because I want to get some mana back. Oh!
I'm sorry, I was not able to see the end of it. Lothering.
Guess they woke up.
Painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Yeah, let's hear some news before we can decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Not yet.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the other Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Then let's find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
That's okay.
Then you have a plan.
Yep.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. Is that guy? He's still alive, but now we're all still alive. Oh, that's kind of a shame, because I think I probably could have beat him with just Morrigan if I had been able to kite him a bit. Alright, let's just finish him now. Do I have enough for Cone of Cold? Not yet.
I am armed.
Attack.
Don't give them the advantage!
Let's kill Alistair. Oh, he was attacking Morrigan.
I will not fail.
Come on.
All right.
Yay.
We surrender. We're just trying to get by.
By we, you just
For a
mean
simple
you.
toll of 10 silver.
You picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Right, so you can kill him, you can answer questions, you can turn him in. You can ask him to hand over everything you've got, or you can say then start running and come back. I'm going to turn him over to the authorities.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
I don't want to kill him. And he's not actually going to follow me, I know that much. So I'll say start running and don't come back.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Alright. Hopefully he doesn't try a similar setup down the road. I like how they're already decayed to bones. It's only been like a minute. Alright. Kind of feel bad stealing their stuff, but at the same time they stole it, so they really deserve that. Hey, it's a chicken. I can't do anything with the chicken though. No fruit. And there's some refugees over here. We'll probably talk to them in a bit.
Let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
I like the little conversations they have. It's especially nice because you can, Oh, jeez. Oh, I just realized something. We totally missed a very important part of the quest. Remember that dog flower? We never turned it in when we got back to the camp. Oh, that really sucks. Not to spoil anything, but if you do that, then the dog lives and becomes an actual member of your party, which is really cool. And I really want him to be. So yeah, I'm probably going to... See, normally I like to stick by the choices that I make in these types of games, but since I actually have played the game before, and since that was more just me being completely forgetful than actually making a choice, I guess what I'll probably have to do is go back, replay the Tower of Ostagar, or the Tower of Ishal, and make it back here. But I'll do that off screen, and when we come back we'll be right here, except we will have a puppy with our party. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Oh well. Alright, well, I will see you guys in a little bit then, and we'll have a full party at that point.